All right, so get this. We're diving into the world of insects today. You know, those little guys that are everywhere. We've got some pretty wild research to unpack.
Oh, yeah, it's mind-blowing how many insects there actually are.
You're telling me.
Yeah,
Like, did you know they make up almost 80% of all the life we know about?
it's crazy.
It really makes you wonder where they came from, like their origins.
Well, that's the thing, right? The whole story is kind of a mystery.
Totally. So we've got this fossil, right? A tiny little jumping bug, like a prehistoric flea.
370 million years old, that little guy.
Yeah, 370 million. But then, nothing. Zip. Zilch. For like 70 million years, no insect fossils. It's like they vanish.
It's a huge gap in the fossil record, and when they do finally pop back up, boom, giant dragonflies with wings bigger than your head.
Seriously.
Huge centipedes, like an explosion of insect life. But there's no clear connection back to that tiny jumping bug.
So it's like they just appeared out of thin air.
It's bizarre.
So that's where this crazy theory comes in, the insect cosmic origin theory. Two British professors, they actually suggested that maybe?
Maybe insects hitched a ride to Earth on a meteorite or a comet?
Right. Like some kind of alien invasion.
Sounds wild, but it could actually explain that sudden boom in insect diversity. And okay, think about this. When you look at how insects are built, I mean, they're so different from us.
It's like they're from another planet.
Right. Makes you wonder.
Like their skeletons, they're on the outside. Their insides are on the inside.
Totally backwards from us.
And their wings, it's like they were made just for flying. Not like birds who had to adapt their arms into wings. It's like, who's the weird one here?
Makes you question what normal even means.
Right. Okay. And their eyes. We've got two eyes. We see one image, all clear and detailed.
But insects, they can have thousands of tiny lenses in their eyes. It's like they see a mosaic.
So blurry.
Not blurry, more like multifaceted. They don't need super sharp vision because they process information so fast.
Ever tried to swat a fly?
Exactly. We're like slow motion to them.
And don't even get me started on how they breathe.
No noses for these guys.
Right. They've got these holes, these spiracles, all over their bodies.
Weird, right.
So weird. You can't drown an insect by holding its head underwater. Just a fun fact for you.
It's because their breathing system isn't all in one place. It's spread out.
Makes them seriously tough to kill, too. Some insects could live for a week after you cut their heads off.
Oh, yeah, they're resilient. Their vital organs aren't all clustered together like ours.
Okay, but the craziest thing, metamorphosis. Think about a butterfly. Starts as a caterpillar, then it turns into dagu, basically, inside a cocoon.
Then, boom, butterfly. It's mind-blowing.
Totally. There was this experiment. A scientist cut some cocoons in half, and what happened? The butterflies grew together, connected by a tube, like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Shows you how amazing their regeneration is.
And it's not just butterflies.
Yeah.
You ever seen a dragonfly in action? Like they don't even care about gravity.
They're like little UFOs zipping around.
Hovering, darting, changing direction on a dime. We can barely do that stuff with our fancy technology.
Their agility is incredible.
And get this, they have built-in gears, like actual gears, in their legs. It's mind-blowing.
Scientists found them in this tiny insect called coleoptratus. They use those gears for jumping. Perfect synchronization. Bam. Super powerful jump.
It's the first time we've ever found gears in nature. Seriously, how did evolution come up with that?
It's a real head-scratcher. And you know what else? We always think of insects as being, well, not too bright, but there's this study that showed cockroaches.
Wait, cockroaches are smart.
Well, when they're in danger, their intelligence goes through the roof. Like an IQ over 320.
Are you serious? That's like genius level.
Makes you wonder what they're really capable of, right?
I'm never looking at a cockroach the same way again.
And here's another funny one. Have you ever thought about this? Maybe cockroaches just forgot how to fly.
What do you mean? They have wings.
They do, but they mostly just scurry around.
So maybe they just haven't used those wings in so long they don't remember how.
It's possible. Evolution isn't always about getting better. Sometimes it's about losing things you don't need anymore.
Like our tailbones.
Exactly.
Okay, but are you ready for this? Dung beetles. You know the ones that roll around those little balls of, well, They navigate by starlight.
Isn't that wild?
They use constellations we can't even see to find their way around.
It's like ancient sailors using the stars.
So we've got these tiny creatures rolling around poop, looking up at the stars. It's incredible.
Really makes you think, doesn't it?
It's like we're sharing the planet with aliens.
It's definitely mind-blowing.
I'm telling you, the more we learn about insects, the weirder they get.
And we've only scratched the surface.
So much more to uncover. But for now, I think we need a break to process all of this.
It's amazing, isn't it? They've been around for hundreds of millions of years.
They've seen it all. Dinosaurs, ice ages, the whole shebang.
They've watched the planet change right before their, their multiple eyes, I guess.
It's like they have this secret history of Earth, you know? All those stories they could tell us if only they could talk.
They've witnessed things we can't even imagine.
We humans, we think in terms of decades, centuries, maybe millennia, if we're feeling ambitious.
But insects, they've got a whole different time scale going on. Millions of years.
It's like they're these living time capsules, and we're just starting to peek inside.
They're full of secrets about how to survive, how to adapt.
I mean, we're facing some serious challenges, right? Climate change, limited resources.
And insects have been dealing with that kind of stuff for eons. They found ways to thrive in all kinds of crazy environments.
So maybe they have some lessons for us.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a whole field of study called biomimicry.
What's that?
It's basically looking to nature for inspiration. Like, how can we learn from the way insects have solved problems?
Oh, cool. So like dot copying their designs.
Exactly. Insect wings, for example, they've inspired some amazing drone designs. And their social structures, the way ant colonies work, that's helped us with robotics and AI.
So we're basically taking cues from bugs.
In a way, yeah. It's pretty amazing what we can learn from them.
Okay, so we've talked about their crazy origins, their super abilities, and how they might even inspire our technology.
It's a pretty wild ride.
But I want to go back to those giant prehistoric insects for a second. The ones with the 2-foot wingspans. The monster centipedes.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
It's crazy to think about a world where insects ruled the land.
I know. It makes you wonder what made them so huge.
And why they disappeared.
Right. What if, and I know this is a long shot, but what if they didn't completely disappear?
You mean, like they're still out there? Somewhere.
It's a crazy thought, but we haven't explored every inch of the planet yet.
Imagine stumbling across a giant dragonfly, like something out of Jurassic Park.
It would be incredible. And a little terrifying, to be honest.
We'd have to be careful though, right?
Oh, absolutely. If we do find any of these ancient giants, we need to respect their habitats.
Yeah, we've learned our lesson about messing with nature, haven't we?
Hopefully, we need to protect any new species we find, not exploit them.
It's our responsibility, right?
Exactly. We're stewards of this planet. We need to take care of it and all the creatures that live here.
Well said. So, maybe giant insects are just a fantasy. But the fact that we can even imagine them?
It shows you how much there still is to discover out there.
There are mysteries hidden all around us, just waiting to be uncovered.
And who knows, maybe one day someone will prove that those giant bugs are more than just a myth.
The truth is out there.
It really is. And that's what makes exploring the world so exciting.
You never know what you're going to find.
Especially when you're dealing with insects. They're full of surprises.
Sense of wonder, it's what keeps us exploring, right? It's like we're part of this huge, amazing thing, and we're just starting to understand it.
Absolutely. And insects, they're like a whole other level of weird and wonderful. They make you rethink everything you thought you knew.
I mean, skeletons on the outside. Navigating by the stars. It's mind-blowing.
And those gears and their legs, it's like straight out of a science fiction novel.
Like nature's been running this giant experiment for millions of years, and we're just catching up.
Think about insect wings. So many different designs, each one perfectly suited for what it needs to do. It's incredible.
So after all this talk about insects, where do we even begin to make sense of it all? What does it tell us about, well, about us, about our place in all of this?
It's a good question. For me, it's a lesson in humility. We think we're so special, but insects are proof that there are so many ways to be successful on this planet.
And maybe they're a sign that we're not alone in the universe.
Oh, I like that. If life can look like this here on Earth, imagine what it could be like on other planets.
Right. We're always looking for little green men, but maybe alien life is something totally different.
Maybe it's crawling around under our feet right now and we don't even recognize it.
It's like we're looking out into space, but maybe the real discoveries are waiting for us right here at home.
Exactly. We need to keep our minds open to all the possibilities.
You know, it's funny. We started this whole deep dive talking about insects as alien invaders.
Right, like a threat.
But now, I kind of see them as messengers. Like they're from this familiar place,
Yeah.
but also completely alien.
They show us just how much we don't know and how much there still is to discover.
It's like they hold the secrets to the universe, or at least some of them.
I love that idea. Insects as the keepers of ancient wisdom.
So next time you see a fly buzzing around, or an ant carrying a crumb, take a second to really look at it.
Appreciate the wonder of it all.
They might be the weirdest neighbors you'll ever have.
And who knows? Maybe they're looking back at us thinking the exact same thing.
Like, what are those strange creatures doing?
Maybe we're the aliens to them.
Okay, I think we've officially gone down the rabbit hole with that one. But that's what these deep dives are all about, right?
Absolutely. Exploring the unknown, questioning everything.
And never losing that sense of wonder.
Well said.
So that wraps up our journey into the wonderfully weird world of insects. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
And remember, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep looking closely at the world around you. You never know what you might find. Until next time.